Good evening, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. It is Medical Monday time. Come on, come on, come on, tune in. Like, invite, and share. I'm Dr. Grace Patterson, managing owner of Bethesda Holistic Centers and Everything New Alternative Medicine Services. Please like, invite, and share as you guys come on. Tonight, we're going to be talking about your health being the foundation to your wealth. You know, we often hear about prosperity and we think about how much money is in your bank account, how well your business is doing, how well your practice may be doing, what your investment portfolio looks like, trading currency and cryptocurrency and gold and silver. We think about all of that, but what about your health? Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. What about that? So, we're going to be talking about that tonight and how both of those coincide. I do have a speaking engagement coming up, so stay tuned. It's going to be April the 13th. I'm going to be talking about the importance of eating healthy. It's going to be in the Metro Detroit area. I will have more details to come, and I want you guys to come out and invite you guys to come out in regards to that. It's about we're talking to a group of business people because yeah, they need to know how to handle themselves in regards to their health and importance of eating and eating properly and doing what they need necessary to make sure that they can have longevity and the strength and energy for day-to-day activity and to have longevity way past working hours so you can enjoy life. How about that? So please like, invite, and share as you guys come on. Our location information, we're in Southfield, Michigan, which is in the Metro Detroit area. I am a native Detroiter. I was reared in the city of Detroit. Um, I say that because when in high school, I went to Renaissance High School, and our English teacher would correct us and say, "You raise animal, but you rear children." So I was reared in the city of Detroit. Um, so um, our office location is at 21411 Civic Center Drive and the Enterprise Building that's owned by Lawrence University, building number 18. We're on the first floor, Suite 102. We do home visiting practice. We bring the doctor's office to people that are sick, disabled, shut in, or taxing effort to get out. We provide services for those individuals. We live out that scripture every day where he says, when you were sick, I came to visit you." Yes, we do that every day, and I consider it a privilege and an honor. I do want to put a shout out or a plug right here. Did you guys know statistically, which is a true stat, that every day 10,000 people turn 65 years old? So that's in the United States. So if you're someone under the sound of my voice that's turning 65 and becoming part of the Medicare population, there is an exam that you need to have to welcome you to Medicare, which is what we call a wellness paperwork exam. So our practice is known for providing that service. So if you're someone under the sound of my voice turning 65 and you are going to get that red, white, and blue card in the mail of Medicare, please give us a call so we can perform that service for you, that welcome exam to Medicare. So the number that you need to call to schedule that visit is 248 356 1111. That's 248 356 1111. Or if you're someone that's part of an organization where you deal with seniors that becomes part of the Medicare population by turning the age of 65, area on aging, be it Wayne County, Oakland County, Macomb County, and you come across someone who's turned 65 and they need to have their welcome to Medicare wellness exam, please refer them to our office at 248 356 1111. That's 248 356 1111. So, but anyway, we're going to be talking about tonight your health is a foundation to your wealth. That is so key that you make assignments and to your dollars to promote a healthy lifestyle, because you can make millions and billions of dollars and yes, and still not have your health, and you can't enjoy your wealth. And it's not always about money. How about the wealth being in spending good quality time with a significant other, someone that you love, that's near and dear to you, your family, and being able to travel if you like to travel, or just having a good, well-rounded life. You need to have the number one, the strength to do it, the energy to do it, and if you don't have those two, life can be somewhat of a challenge to you. So we're going to be talking about that. So let me start by saying that if you are someone under the sound of my voice who needs me to come out and do any type of speaking engagements, I'm available for that, because I really love to teach. I really like to share in regards to health topics, merit of them. That's why you need to go to YouTube. I have over 80 videos talking about different topics. But if you want me to come out to speak to a particular group, be it whatever you need for me to talk about, someone reached out to me and asked me to talk about the importance of eating healthy in business. And so, if you have a wellness program in your corporation, what they call corporate wellness, and you need someone to come out and to share with you some of the things that we provide to keep your company healthy, we're available for that. So I'm Dr. Grace Patterson. The number is 248-356-1111. Our website is www.bw-center.com. That's www.bw-center.com. So reach out to us so we can partner to join together for us to be a healthy community, okay? Be it in business or outside of business, okay? So please reach out to us so we can partner with you. So let's get on the topic at hand. I really thought this was very, very important to talk about, because we're in tax season. A lot of people are filing their taxes, getting their reimbursement, their checks and stuff like that. And I have some people that are close to me that are life coaches, business coaches, and a lot of things that they recommend that people do as far as when you get your money back from your income tax. One of the things that I have noticed across the board, even in social media, I've never heard anyone say what I'm about to say. Why don't you take some of that money and put it towards your health? Okay. We talk about one of the things that I heard from a business coach, which makes a lot of sense. Do not take that money for a down payment to create a bill. And you're like, well, Dr. Grace, what do you mean by that? What does that have to do with your health? I'm going to tell you. Just follow me for a moment. So you use that money to make a down payment. Oh, hey, hello. Hey, Tanisa, thank you for joining on. Hey, Doris Eads. Hey, Bishop, thank you for joining on. Please like, invite, and share as you guys come on. Please. Hey, Deborah, thank you for joining on. Please like, invite, and share as you guys come on. So a lot of people get their lump sum of money from the income tax, and they make a down payment, let's say like for a car. So even though that money came in, you put a down payment on a car, you're creating a bill that's outside of your budget. Okay, your budget is still the same. You just got that one lump sum money. One of the things that they recommend is that you take that lump sum money and pay cash for a car. Don't create a bill. Or one of the things that you can do, your wealth is the foundation. Your health is the your wealth is the your health is the wealth. Your health is the foundation of your wealth. One of the other things that you can do is take that lump sum of money, right, and take a portion out of that and pay one of your bills up for the whole year. So let's say, for instance, your cell phone bill. Take that money and pay your cell phone bill for the whole year. And that money that you used to pay for that cell phone bill, invest it into your health. Be it eating organic, buying alkaline water. How about making an appointment to come see us? Get some testing done, the micronutrient testing done. Get the hormonal testing done. Or like I said, that monthly bill that you would pay for your cell phone. Direct it towards something going towards your health. Because a lot of people, I hear this all the time, being healthy is unaffordable, but you can't afford not to be healthy. Okay, and paying out of pocket um, to to address health issues is even more expensive, because some of you under the sound of my voice may have healthcare insurance, but your deductible is so high that you're still paying out of pocket when you still go visit your doctor. So let me tell you this: if you become part of our cash pay practice, it is more affordable, even if you may have your insurance. Because what happens, listen to this, guys, and this is true. If you pay out of pocket based upon what your deductible is when you go to a traditional doctor's office, you're paying insurance rates. But at Bethesda Holistic Center, we have a fee scale, which is not insurance rates, which is a lot more affordable for people. And because what they do, they charge insurance rates for it to go towards your deductible. So, prime example, I had a young lady over the weekend, or over this past weekend, who, listen to this, she has insurance, but she wants to have a procedure done. And it was a lot cheaper for her to pay out of pocket than to go through her insurance and pay the insurance rates for that procedure. So she just totally ignored her insurance, basically using it for catastrophic, which means something happens that she needs a hospital visit. But she's going outside of the state. It was cheaper for her to get a airline ticket. It was cheaper for her to have her procedure done out of state with a doctor to pay cash for it. It was cheaper for her to come to us to do her surgical risk assessment, which we did a complete physical exam, and we did all her labs, did all the imaging that they required, wrote her letter, everything, because she came and had it done because it was like last minute. Let me be honest, it was last minute. She came in on a Friday. We got everything that she requested and that she needed and got it over to her doctor, so she in another state, so she can have her procedure done on Tuesday. So what am I saying about all of this is that you have to make up in your mind that you are valuable. You have to change you can't go cheap when it comes to your health. I mean, hey Carl, thank you for joining. Hi Grace, I'm here. My phone won't stop buffering. Okay, hey Carl, thank you. You always have some type of issue when it comes to Medical Monday. Be it either you're late or you working or you fell asleep. But you know what, Carl, thank you for joining on. I appreciate you watching. So we're trying to get people's mindsets to change when it comes to your health. But and now this is not some of you that's under the sound of my voice, but if it is you, I'll say ouch for you already. Ouch. We have no problem with paying a whole lot of money for, human hair, weaves, stuff like that. We have no problems with buying designer bags, designer shoes that cost hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars. We don't have any problem with that. We will redirect our money and make sure that we have those things that we want for our outward appearance. But you need to have the same attitude when it comes to your inward health. Okay, because whatever is going on the inside is going to eventually manifest on the outside, and then you don't want to try to fix something after it's broke. So, one of the things that they say in the medical industry, that an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. So you need to be on the cutting edge of what you need to do to maintain your health, to maintain the lifestyle that you want to have. I was talking to a good friend of mine. Hey, Victoria Kazi, that I talked to her today. And we were talking about longevity, and we're talking about taking care of ourselves now so we don't have to be a burden to our children. How we're going to be independent with our significant other, at in our our spouses, at at an elderly age, and we want our spouses to be in good health at an age, and so I don't have to take care of him and he don't have to take care of me, as far as medical reasons are concerned. Okay, so you have to have a plan, and even though we were talking about it, we were serious about it and really confessing those things, because remember I did a show and a talk about your confession, the power of confession, how you don't have to play into the syndrome or play into the mindset of what age and aging is all about. Okay, you're seeing postings on Facebook, and you're seeing people living lives, into the hundreds, and these people are not bedridden, bedbound, in wheelchairs, and in nursing homes. These people are functioning individuals. We even had one lady that was, remember, that was running. She was the oldest woman who ran a race. You have people that are living longer, and why they're living longer, because they're doing what they need to do now. They're not waiting for something to happen to them before they decide to do something about it. So it is very, very important. Like I said, if you're getting that refund check, a portion of that needs to go towards your health. And like I said, you can do both. Like I said, take a big chunk of that money and pay a bill off for the whole year. And that money that you would traditionally pay for that bill, pay it towards your health, some supplements, gym membership, or whatever the case may be. You need to invest in you. You only get one you. You only get one chance on this side of heaven for you to be the best you that you can be health wise from the inside out. Okay, so take some of that money to invest in you and your health. Okay, don't take that big lump sum of money and make a down payment on something and create a bill that's outside of your budget. Because I'm here to tell you, 85% of what we deal with as providers, be it doctors, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, deals with poor decision making and with stress. And most oftentimes, some of that stress is self inflicted. Okay, we're just going to be honest about that. Some of that stress is self inflicted. And that means the choices that a person makes is either going to add life, right, or take life away. So you have to make sure that you're making good, godly choices when it comes to your health. Okay, he has promised us. He said our latter days will be greater than our former. He said he will preserve us and keep us, and he will give us long life. But we have to do our part too as well. We can't eat what we want, drink what we want, not get proper rest, do things that is harmful to this body, that's harmful to this temple, and then go to God and say, okay, I need you to help me. I mean, it happens a lot, but we want to do our part too. So if he's promising us that he wants us to be in good health and to prosper as our souls prosper. Our souls are what? Our minds, our thinking, right? Our emotions. So those are our choices that we make. So we have to make prosperous choices. And again, prospering is not about all the time how much money you have in your bank account, how much money that you are making with your businesses. That's not what prosperity is, a portion, but that's not what it's really all about. It's about you having a prosperous life from the inside out. What is your relationship like with God? What is your relationship like with your family? What is your relationship like with your significant other? What is your relationship like in your business or your place of work? What is those relationships like? Are they good? Are they healthy? Are they wholesome? Are they reciprocal? That is very, very important. Is there reciprocity in your relationships? Your relationships should not always be one-sided. Now, don't get me wrong, there may be times in your life where people cannot pour into you and give to you, sometimes what you're giving to them based upon circumstances and situations, but you have to be in a position to understand where that person is and what they're capable of doing, and sometimes what they choose not to do. So giving you an example, you have to understand people can't give what they don't have to give to you. And that means monetarily, emotionally, mentally, and physically. So example, if a person doesn't love themselves, they cannot love you. Let me say that again. If a person doesn't love themselves, how do you expect them to have love for you? Hey, Bishop, thank you. How can they do that? If a person is not happy for themselves, they're always whoa, wowsy, wowsy, woo, woo, always down in the dumps, always have something negative to say, not in a good mood. How, hey, Kenyatta, thank you for joining on. Please like, invite, and share. How can you expect someone to be happy for you when something good's happened for you when they are not happy for themselves? It is no way, and it's impossible for them to do that. So you have to understand where you are and where are the individuals around you in their lives. And I'm not saying being judgmental. I'm not saying not being sympathetic or have empathy for others, but you have to understand where you are and where that individual is. So and you have and when I say this, hear my heart. So if your life is phenomenal and a whole bunch of good things are happening for you, and you may have a friend or acquaintance or something, things are not going so well for them. I'm not trying to be funny. They don't want to hear about all the good stuff that's happening for you. They don't want to hear it, uh, they just don't. Let's just be realistic about that, because their life is not going the way they want it to go. So you have to be compassionate about where they are. Now, if you know that person is just going through something transitionally and you know their maturity level, that they have a heart for you and understand and want to root you and cheer you on and support you, I'm not talking about that individual. I'm talking about that person who is, who I'm talking about, that is never happy about anything. Why would you come and pour salt in the wound? So you have to be careful about who you share your intimate dreams, aspirations, your health issues, or health victories with, because everyone is not for you and everyone is not happy for you. So you have to be careful with that. That goes with all that teaching. If you notice, every teaching that I do is a foundation and building on what I have taught before about mindset and about energy and about how what we think and what we confess will draw it into our lives. So you got to be careful. And then you have people who don't want to see you do well or do good, and that's all they have to give to you, because if they not doing well, not going to do good in their life, how do you think they're going to do well and do good and support you? It is virtually impossible. It's like asking someone to um, pour your flower, and you're asking them to pour water on you from an empty can. I mean, they don't have it to give, so don't expect it. So don't set yourself up for disappointment. So not only assess yourself where you are, and this is very, very important. Remember, the topic is your health is the foundation for your wealth. So your relationships have to be healthy, okay? And that is part of your health. A lot of people just think that I'm talking about, like a headache or your heart condition, high blood pressure, and sugar diabetes, and all these diagnoses. But your emotional state and your mental state is just as important as all those things that I just listed. So you have to have good, healthy relationships in your life. You have to have a good mental state. I mean, I've talked about depression, I've talked about anxiety, I've talked about bipolar disease, I've talked about all those things. So where are you in regards to that? Because just think about it. If you're not in your right mind, what is your wealth really looks like? I mean, there's a lot. I mean, we had I think last year, a lot of people that were extremely wealthy that wind up committing suicide. Okay, so one of them that I'm thinking of off the top of my head is Kate Spade, a well-known designer, uber wealthy, but she took her own life. So her mental health was not stable. So her money meant nothing. Okay, so her mental health, her emotional health was not stable, so her money really didn't help her, right? So that's why I say that your health is the foundation of your wealth. So you have to invest in that. Okay, how many people were around Kate Spade that knew that she was battling depression? How many? Because sometimes they suffer from what they call enabling syndrome, or the yes sir, yes ma'am syndrome. When people have a lot of money, people are afraid to confront them or to tell them no, or tell them that they need help because of their status, and as far as finances and as far as their position and power. So even though it might be a benefit in one way, it also can be to their detriment in another way. You have to check in your life to make sure that people are around you that will tell you what is right even when you don't want to hear it. And that is part of your health. You have to have good relationships, and you should have people around you that are willing to tell you that, okay? So that is very, very important that you have that foundation. So God first, make sure you have a good relationship with the Heavenly Father. Make sure you pray. Make sure you stay in your word. Make sure you consecrate yourself, which means not only abstaining from food, but abstaining or cutting down from social media sometimes, which is a great time robber. What are you looking at when you're on social media? Social media can indoctrinate your eye gates and your ear gates with a lot of negativity. Television can do the same. So you got to be careful with that. What your your entertainment is. One day, hopefully, what I'm going to do, and hopefully, when I do this talk that's coming up about eating healthy and stuff, I've done demonstrations about energy, because everything has an energy. God is an energy, an infinite energy, doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an ending. The Holy Spirit, the same. Their energy. So everything carries an energy. Every lights, um, uh, technology, everything carries an energy. People carries an energy, be it negative or positive. Everything carries an energy. Food carries an energy. Processed foods have, depending on how it's processed, if it's not from a organic or a healthful source, can not be carry a negative energy. Anything that has a whole lot of sugar, a whole lot of fillers and things of that nature have doesn't carry good energy. And one day I'm gonna be show this. Um, I'm a videotape. I gotta videotape it. Most of the times I do it, I forget to tape it, but I want to tape it and post it on my page so you guys can see how we're all how that works. So if you're eating negative things or eating things that have a negative energy, that energy goes inside in you, and it expands throughout the body. That's saying that you are what you eat is true. So again, you got to make a clear decision. There should be within your budget a health line, um, even incorporated in your grocery list. You have to take your wealth, your income, and give it an assignment, give it a line in regards to your health. So again, so for those of you under the sound of my voice that haven't got their income taxes checks yet or refunds back yet, and those of you who have gotten advance and spent it already, I don't know. But you need to make up in your mind that you're going to use that money to go towards some of that money to go towards some supplements, some like I said, organic foods. Try something that you never tried before, health wise. Assign that money to come and get some of the vitamin testing that we talked about. Come and make an appointment to get some of the hormonal testing that we talked about. Come and get an evaluation. Come talk to us. That is very, very important. You are worth it. So, your health is the foundation of your wealth. And so you need to make assignments for that, okay? So you don't want to wait until your health is so far gone that you definitely need a miracle. I do believe in miracles, but why believe in a miracle when you could do it on the opposite side of the miracle where you don't need one? So the true miracle is doing what you're supposed to do so you don't need a miracle. Let me say that again. The true miracle is doing what you're supposed to do so you don't need a miracle. All right. So, again, like I said, you get your lump sum of money, take a couple of bills like a cell phone bill or a monthly bill that you pay pay that off for the whole year, And as your money come in, that money that you have set aside for that cell phone bill or that cable bill or whatever bill that you pay monthly that you can pay off with your tax return, use that money to invest in yourself or make investments. Okay, because there's a lot of things that are happening now financially in a financial world where you can learn, you can trade. I mean, learn about trading or invest in a class, a health class, or invest in a gym membership. I said that earlier. Invest in or something that can help you produce wealth. Now, in you produce sowing into your own health will help you produce wealth, right? Because you need your body to do those things. Even if it's to take a class, you would need to have the health and the energy to go to class or to go online and to sit there and listen to someone talk like me for a whole hour. How about that? So you need to have a plan for your income tax when it comes in, and it needs to have an assignment. Portion of that needs to have assignment to go towards your health, because you want to age, or should I say become more youthful gracefully. Okay, you want to be able to to have a good clear thinking and thoughts. You need to know what your neurotransmitter levels are. Okay, traditional doctors don't test that. Those are the chemicals that your brain and your nervous system releases. Hey, Linda, thank you for coming on. So please like, invite, and share as you come on. So, do you know what your vitamin A level is? You know, you can tell me what your hemoglobin is, your sodium, your potassium. Those are traditional things. But can you tell me what your oleic acid level is? Can you tell me what your glutathione level is? All of these are antioxidants that I'm talking about. Traditional medicine does not test those levels. Can you tell me what your serotonin level is? Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that is released when a person to combat depression, to keep you happy, to keep your mood elevated. Can you tell me that? What is your dopamine level? You know, that dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is released from the brain that can be really, really high, which causes addictive behavior. Be it gambling, be it drug use, be it food. Do you know what those levels are? I mean, a lot of people that that are struggling in their weight wellness, they think they may have a lack of self control, because of society makes us think, oh, you could just quit eating. Choose the right food choices and exercise. But it could be a chemical imbalance which is preventing you from doing that. Like how they show these shows about people 600-pound life and stuff. I've never seen on any of those shows The Biggest Loser or anything like that. They do go and address people's mental state and psychology. Most of it happens when they're young, but no one addresses their hormonal neurotransmitter levels or their micronutrient testing and vitamin levels. All of that plays a role and plays a key. If you're someone under the sound of my voice that had gastric bypass surgery, your your gut has been altered, and your gut is the primary location for, number one, your immune system and for your absorption of nutrients. So, do you know what your nutrient levels are? I know people that have had gastric bypass surgery, and no one ever checks those levels, and they died. So, it is very, very important that you understand the importance of what I talk about when I come on every Medical Monday and talk about these things. So, please, when you get your income tax refund, please set aside a certain amount for you to invest in your health. Can you at least do that? You are worth it, okay? Again, I'm saying it again. Or take that lump sum and pay off monthly bills, and that money that for the whole year, and that money that you would normally get to pay that bill, invest it in your health. Invest it in self development. Invest it in you in some type of way. Just don't spend it all. And I highly advise taking a lump sum of money for a down payment for a big purchase to create a monthly bill that is not already in your budget. Let me say that again. Please do not take that lump sum of money to put down on a purchase to create a monthly bill that is not already in your budget. It doesn't make sense. So, like they say, if it don't make sense, it won't make dollars. If it don't make sense, it'll cost you some dollars. Okay. So please, 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 your health is the foundation for your wealth. Because if you're not mentally strong, physically healthy, it impacts every area of your life. It does. It affects your relationship with God. I mean, you just don't feel the energy or feel the wherewithal to get up and go to the local assembly, or to get up and pray when you're supposed to, or spend quality time in the Word. You don't feel like hanging out with your family, or doing family events, or going out, or spending time with your significant other. It takes a toll on you just to get yourself together to do it. You find it, hey, Denise Moore, thank you for joining, and please like, invite, and share. Or you just don't feel like being bothered. You like to be in your pajamas all day because you just don't have the energy, okay? So please take the time out to invest in you, right? Again, your health is the foundation of your wealth. I have a really good friend, that I consider a good friend. And I was with her last night, and I gave her a vitamin infusion. She flies in for business, but she will call and say, Grace, I'm on my way. I want my vitamin infusion. Okay. She just does that. And she's on television. She has a very famous husband, that's in the music industry, and she's bi-coastal. So when she had just left LA and flew into Detroit, but she says, Grace, I wouldn't be able to do what I do if I don't eat right. She said, I always have to have a salad and a juice, and when I come to Detroit, you have to infuse me. I mean, it is what it is. And so I'm saying, and she said, I don't know if I would be able to do what I'm doing to the level and the magnitude that I do it if I was not physically healthy. And that's, it is so true. So you guys see all these people doing all this stuff, singers, actors, and the reason being, their health is the foundation for their wealth. They are in the, what I call, in the body industry. They're in the, what I call, the flesh industry. I mean, they have to be in good shape and look good to be in the industry that they're in, because it determines whether or not their image, they are their brand. They are their brand. And when people look at you, you're the brand. When people look at me, I'm my brand. So people, we have to take care of ourselves. So how can I tell you, prime example, to eat well, get the right amount of sleep, get infusions, make sure that you invest. Now, I won't get a refund check. So I'm in that financial bracket where I most oftentimes I owe. So, but anyway, but I still have a monthly budget for the things that I use on a regular basis. Matter of fact, I had to make a list today to replenish and restock. So, but every dollar in my life has an assignment, and I have a budget for my health, because my health is the foundation of my wealth, which means I have active income and I have passive income. My active income means my body and my mind and my thinking camp has to be present for every person that I see as a patient. That's active income. So I have to have the energy, I have to have the fortitude and the mind clarity to be able to speak to people, to examine people, diagnose people, and to be a walking billboard to say, if I'm doing it and it's working for me, it can work for you too. And so a lot of people say, well, you're a doctor, you can afford it, or blah, 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 and this and that and the other. People pay for what they want to pay for as far as their money is concerned. I've talked about this before. Listen to this. This is a true statistic. You can look this up. I think it was in 2008, 17 or 18. It was over $54 billion spent in the liquor store industry. Okay, liquor stores, convenience stores. $54 billion convenience stores and liquor stores made in 1 year. What's in a liquor store? Let's assess that. Liquor, potato chips, pop, candy, um, some grocery items. They have a few groceries for, if people need to run and get something out of there and the grocery store is closed. So they do have grocery items. But most of the things that are in convenience and liquor stores are processed foods, which are not good, healthy foods. So candy, potato chips, pop, liquor. So if there is $54 billion a year being spent on unhealthy things, those dollars can be redirected and spent on your health. You cannot tell me that it's not in anyone's budget across the board for them to invest in their health. I have another. There is a infomercial that's on Impact Network. I just want to give a shout out to Apostle Wayne T. Jackson, Dr. Beverly Y. Jackson, who are my spiritual parents, who are founders of Impact Network. There's an isogenics infomercial that comes on, and there's a young lady on there that used to weigh almost 600 pounds. And she said that she was on Social Security, and the money that she was spending on junk food alone was ridiculous. Okay. So she was eating too bad. One of the things that she talked about, how she was drinking pop, Doritos, and all this other junk food and stuff that she was eating. I think we're all guilty of that. Okay, yeah, you're right, girl. So, hey, Miss Mazine, thank you for joining us. Please like, invite, and share. So, she was talking about how much money that she was spending on eating unhealthy things. So, a friend, she was in hospice and about to die, and her friend said, her testimony, a brief part of her testimony, that her friend came over to work with her on planning her funeral. Hey, Jonah, thank you for joining on. Please like, invite, and share. So what she did was, her friend said, try this first before we plan your funeral. But anyway, make a long story short, she was spending so much money on junk food to kill herself. She was like, well, that same money that I was spending on junk food to kill myself, that same money I can use to buy good products so I can live. So either you're going to pay to live or you're going to pay to die. So again, it's very, very important that your health is the foundation of your wealth, period. You would be not able to, even if you're doing passive income things, you still have to have the what I call the grind or the fortitude, to be able to sustain long hours during the day. And you have to be in good health to do that. I'm going to say it again because there's different, some people don't sit through the whole hour to listen to what I have to say. They get snippets here and there. So again, if you're someone who get a tax refund, and when you get that refund, again, do not take that lump sum to put on a down payment, okay, on a big purchase to create a monthly bill that is not already in your budget. Doesn't make sense. Take that money and pay off small bills for the whole year, be a cell phone bill, cable bill, whatever those bills are that come every month that is small that you can pay off for a year with an income tax return. And that money that you would normally pay on that monthly bill, invest in your health. Invest in what we call self-development. Take a class, get a gym membership, get some supplements. Again, how about come and get the vitamin testing, get an infusion, see how it makes you feel, okay? Get the neurotransmitter testing, or get something done for yourself so you can know what's going on with you on the inside, okay? Let's be smart about how we get lump sum of money at one time. So if you're someone under the sound of my voice and you are dealing with what I call health victories, you need, and the traditional medicine is not working for you, that on top of the health victories that you have, that you're having side effects from the pharmaceuticals that you're being prescribed, Bethesda Holistic Center is the place for you. We are global. Okay, so a lot of people say, well, I don't live in your area. What does that have to do with you being on Facebook? What does that have to do with you being on YouTube or Instagram? Everyone that you talk to is not local. So we do have systems that are HIPAA compliant, that we can do FaceTime, or I call it FaceTime, or video chat, where we can talk about your health issues. We can send you the kit. Okay. Again, I have people that fly in to have services done because it's a lot cheaper than paying for the deductible pricing that they have to pay for if they go through their insurance and have not met their deductible. It comes out still a lot cheaper. And so for those of you that are just now tuning in, I need you to go back to the beginning of the video and listen to what I explained about how sometimes it's a lot better to come out of pocket for a flight somewhere than it is for you to be paying out of pocket for insurance that you have, and you haven't met your deductible yet. So for you replayers, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you listening. I really, really, really do. This means a lot to me because I do what I do because I want to help people. And don't get me wrong, I want a comfortable lifestyle and a healthy life too. So by me helping you guys, guess what? It's helping me too. Okay? Because I want to be an example of how what I'm saying and what I'm teaching you guys basically every Monday, how it has affected and enhanced my life, because me coming on here every Monday is holding me accountable to stay on course and to stay on track. Hey Bridget, thank you for joining on. Okay, Bridget, I'm gonna share your testimony about your dad, okay, if you don't mind. Is that okay, Bridget? Can you send me a thumbs up or okay to say, hey Bridget, if it's okay for me to share your testimony about your dad and the vitamins? Hey Loretta Jordan. Hey Maria. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. So Bridget, can you tell me if it's okay to share your testimony about your dad? I won't share it unless you say it is okay. Did you say anything, Bridget, yet? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying. Okay. So, Bridget is a sweet daughter. She takes care of her dad, and it's so funny. Her dad doesn't like that she takes such good care of him, but I think he just likes to give her a hard time. But anyway, gave Bridget. And so I said, get these vitamins for your dad, because her dad is, he's not on very many medications, but he loves supplements and vitamins. So I started him on the multi pack from Isagenesis. And so so she gets them from me, and sometimes she doesn't get them, and he gets mad at her and say to her, "What is this mess? I don't want this. I want those other vitamins." So she has to get in touch with me so we can order them and get them to him. So I told Bridget today, I said, your dad know the good stuff from the bad stuff. So that really tickles me to know, even though he gives her such a hard time, sometimes by her doing that, which providing good, excellent care, because we also have seen him in the home and things of that nature. But he really loves those vitamins. And he's like, he ain't taking nothing else but those vitamins. So if a gentleman that's a senior can afford them in his budget, so can you. Bridget has set aside in his budget for his vitamins. And he gets mad when he runs out and she don't have them, and she can't come back and give him some old okey doke. So I thought that was really funny. She shared that with me today. She said, Dr. Grace, he gets mad at me when I try to get him something else. I was like, go Dad, that's right. But anyway, invest in your health. Your wealth is in your health. Prosperity, part of prosperity, what God has promised us, is a healthy full life.
Okay, so another good friend of mine, she said she want to be Sarah Fine, which the story about Sarah. She was like in her 90s, and her husband said that lied and said that Sarah was his sister, and the king of that region took her as to be one of his wives. That's how fine she was. So I want to be Sarah fine too. So as I gracefully get mature, and younger, I want to be able to be in a position where with my significant other, people be trying to choose me too. But anyway, so thank you, Bridget, for allowing me to share that testimony in regards to your dad. So, for those of you that have been following me for a very long time, since day one, and you have not partaken of anything, I don't understand. Can you please explain? Is there something that I need to do to nudge you or to encourage you to love yourself enough to say that I am worth it and I'm going to take time out to do this, for me. What is it that is, only you can answer that. What is it? What is the hindrance? What is stopping you? Um, what is it? Is there something that I'm not presenting the information correct? Um, I don't know. I mean, help me help you with this. So, is it that you haven't taken the time out to redirect those dollars to invest in yourself? I know sometimes even I have a good friend. Hey, Jonah. Jonah is on here. Jonah is what I call the financier guru educator. And even you should always never think that you know everything and that you have arrived. Even in my business, I always try to surround me with people. And if I don't know, I ask, what can I do to assign and allocate dollars to have my business to run more effectively or efficiently? What can I do in my personal life to set up systems to make sure that I have the money to do what I want to do for my health, first of all. And while I'm sitting here thinking about it, it's been a while since I went and had a massage. And the reason why it's been a while because I have not allocated dollars and have not assigned dollars to go get it done. Okay, so I really need to do that. Massages are very, very important. I've done 2 shows about that. So, but I really need to, because I'm working out 5 days a week now. I really need to get those massages in. So while I'm talking, but anyway, you have to sit down and allocate your every dollar. You need to have an assignment for it. And again, part of that assignment needs to be going towards your health because again, your foundation of your wealth is your health. Period. There's no way around it. Okay, there's no way around it. So you got to make sure that you take care of you and allocate dollars towards you maintaining your what I should say uh, wellness. Okay, and we're not just talking about your, like I said again, the amount that's in your bank account, how well your portfolio looks, and all that doesn't mean anything if you cannot enjoy the fruit of your labor because there are health challenges or health victories that you have to overcome because you have not taken the time out to invest in you and allocated dollars for you to be healthy. You don't want to wait until something goes wrong for you to try to figure out what is wrong. You're going to spend dollars there, which I promise you is going to be way more expensive than to do it on the other side before something goes wrong or goes bad. Okay, so please, yeah. Please, I'm looking at some of the comments. Okay, I like that serified. That's right. We want to be serified, 90 and still being chose at the age of 90. So it is 8:54. We're getting close to the 9 p.m. hour where I'll be bringing the show to a close. So I just want to encourage you guys. I'm gonna say it again. If you have not got your tax refund check yet, um, you need to allocate those dollars for self investment, self improvement in regards to your health. I'm gonna say it again. Please do not take that lump sum of money and put it on a down payment on a big purchase to create a bill that is not already in your budget. Okay, if it's a car or something like that, pay cash. Use that money to pay cash for it. Okay, that way but you gotta also remember, paying cash, if you get that car and you haven't factored in the insurance, that's still another bill that you're creating, a monthly bill that you follow what I'm saying. So if you have to, this is how you have to think. So whatever you do has to be encompassing where you are, and you have to think it through. So again, if you can't afford that big purchase, again, pay things off that you can pay for the whole year: phone bill, cell phone bill, cable bill, whatever you can for the year, pay that off. And then that money that you would be paying monthly for that bill that you paid off for the year, you can invest, be it learning how to trade, or learning how to make more money, or take a class, gym membership. But the topic of tonight is what? Your health is the foundation for your wealth. Invest it in yourself. Get an infusion, get a massage, come and make an appointment to get an assessment done, get the vitamin testing done, the neurotransmitter testing done. Whatever it is that you need to do to find out what's going on the inside, okay, to get you to where you don't need to be on medication. I do not believe in the life sentence of being on high blood pressure medication. I do not believe in the life sentence of always being on diabetic medication, okay? I don't believe in that. There are things that you can do and choices that you can make for you to be medication free. I do believe that. I have patients that have done it, and I am at the age that I am, where I am on no medication. The only thing that I take is supplements, and I try to eat the best. And to God be the glory on to that, because I'm doing what is necessary to maintain my health, and I invest in my health. Now, I've had people to say to me, "Well, I'm not going to do that because I have to pay for that." And you need to invest in that, because you're worth that, because God is taking you somewhere, and you need your health to get there and to stay there and maintain that. And for after He's finished with you on that level, there's another level after that, and there's another dimension after that. And you have to be fortified in your health to handle those things, because for every level there is a press to get to the next, and you need to be physically fit to press through the press, because if you're not, that press can really take a person in a downward spiral when it comes to their health. It is what it is. I can't say it no more. I can't say it any more plainer than what I'm saying it right now, because it is what it is. It's true. Um, so I want your press to be easy. I want your press to be like, oh, I'm handling and I'm hanging in there. I want your press to be easy, okay? To be smooth, okay? And the only way that you can do that is to invest in you, okay? And so redirect those dollars. Have a plan for your refund check, a smart plan, okay, for your refund, and for those of you that get it, okay. You don't want it like easy come, easy go. I mean, you sit there and be like, that money came, but where did it go? You don't have anything to show for it. Hey, Loretta, thank you for joining in. Thank you so much. Who else said, hey, Mr. Smith, thank you for joining in. I really appreciate you guys for coming on. I really do. Thank you guys for coming on. So we're coming to a close. Next week is, I can't believe it is April 1st, April Fools. Did anybody play any April Fool's jokes on anybody today? I remember when coming up, we used to play April Fool's jokes on people on April 1st. So I haven't got any April. I didn't April Fool anybody today. Did anybody get any April Fool's jokes or do any stunting on anybody today? I know I didn't. But anyway, next week will be April the 8th on Monday. I haven't had a top. I don't have a topic as of yet, but I'm gonna put a shout out there for you guys. Preach Grace. If you're going to talk the talk, then you gotta walk the walk. You always do. Oh, thank you, Carl. I appreciate that. So, for you guys, if you have a a particular topic that you want to hear or you want me to talk about, please message me. Some of you that are on tonight, you have my cell number. Text message me and say, Grace, I want you to talk about this or whatever the case may be. I'm pretty open to that. But again, remember, your health is the foundation of your wealth. You have to have it together because you want people to say to you, what you doing? How you doing that? Why you doing that? Can I do it too? And yes, you can. And then one of the things that I want to say, the foundation of my health and my wealth is the Lord Jesus Christ. I put God first in all that I say and do. At least I do to the best of my ability. So I want to give a glory to God on all of that, all the shows, all the 82 videos, all the people that we have been able to help through here. So again, I want to end on this note. It's 9:01. I'm over a little bit. If you someone in the Metro Detroit area or wherever, if you're turning the age 65, there is a wellness exam that you should take to be welcome to Medicare. And our office pride ourselves on providing those exams. So you need to give us a call at 248 356 1111, 248 356 1111 to have schedule an appointment to have that exam done. You have to have it done. There is time sensitive. You have to have it done within a year that you turn 65. Okay, it's very, very important that you have it done as soon as possible. Okay, it's very, very important that you do that. And for those of you that are interested in the alternative side, we're available for that. You need to give us a call again at 248 356 1111. If you're interested in any services that we provide, give us a call. Our website is www.bw-center.com. We're going to be posting posting soon on Medical Monday page. Some specials that we're going to be running really soon. So keep an eye out on that. We are on a Medical Monday on YouTube, Medical Monday on Facebook, Medical Monday on Instagram. I am Dr. Grace Patterson. I am all on all social media platforms as Dr. Grace Patterson and on LinkedIn. I have met some phenomenal people through Medical Monday. I love you guys. Thank you for liking our page. You just don't know how much that means to me. Please go to YouTube and subscribe. Please. That means a lot as well, especially when you're in this industry and this type of business and trying to get the word out and to help people, okay? Could you please do that for me? So thank you so much for tuning in to Medical Monday. I'm about to get off here. I still got paperwork. Well, it's not paperwork, computer work to do before the night ends. So thank you so much for tuning in. I do not take it lightly that you're taking time out of your schedule to listen to this video, share this video, like this video. Could you please share? Because sharing is caring. I appreciate you. Grace and peace and God bless.